Those of you who meditate know about it, that nothing comes in our way of getting knowledge inside except our mind distracting us all the time. Our mind pulls us outside. Mind fights with us. It's a very strange fight. And then we get into a fighting mood ourselves. We are keen to meditate. The mind comes in the way. So we fight with the mind. We say, mind takes us to some other thought. Mind reminds us, did you leave the keys in the car? Did you take them out? Oh, I forgot my keys. Mind, stop, I don't want to think of the keys. Okay, then do you remember what you ate in the morning? Mind is going on constantly, bringing one thought after another, and we keep on challenging it and stop this, and you move on to the next. 2.5 hours we are trying with this struggle. Body is tired, mind is tired. 2.5 hours meditation, terrible state. Is this meditation? What did we achieve? Do you know that we were thinking we are winning every battle? The mind was distracting us and we pushed it aside. Mind came again, we pushed it aside. Every battle we won, but the mind won the war. The mind won the war by engaging us in battle all the time. We got nothing. It's a daily experience. People have this experience. They share with me. Mind doesn't let us meditate, and this is all we do. Meditation should be such a refreshing thing. Should be something that elevates us, something that makes us smile all the time, something that gives us a happiness and a joy and bliss that can't be found outside. What is actually happening? We are struggling, fighting, and at the end, the meditational exercise is the most fatiguing exercise we are doing, just because of the mind. Then people ask me, what is the solution then? Solution is simple. Don't fight with the mind. It's not worth it. Ignore the mind. That's a different kind of practice, by the way. Ignore the mind. You stick to what you want to do and let the mind think what it likes. Say, I don't care. No argument. When we have an argument in our head between the self and the mind wins. Mind wants to engage us in argument, it wins. But if we ignore the mind and stick to what we are doing, mind can keep on the side thinking what it likes. Keep on thinking. I'm not bothered. That's the way to do it. Ignoring the mind is a great art, and one has to take a little time to learn it. How do we ignore the mind? I tell you that. We have two types of will. We have a mental will and we have a spiritual will. The spiritual will comes from the soul. Mental will comes from the mind. We are the soul, not the mind. But we are constantly using mental will as if it is our will. We are constantly mentally thinking of things and then enforcing, acting upon what we think is our will, which is really mind's will, it's mental will. We have learnt this all our life. So we are used to it. We are not used to using something different than the mental will. But if you want to meditate, learn the difference between the mind and yourself. Experience the love of the Master. Good meditation starts with a conversation, with a loving, devoted way with your Master first. Then using any other methods, including repetition of words or Simran, listening to sound, or any other form of control that you want to use on the distraction of the mind should come after that. If you start with feelings of love, that which comes from love is your spiritual will, not mental. Therefore, you start with your spiritual will. Then If you keep up with that, you can learn to stay with the Master's image in front of you and do these things as if the Master and you both are doing it. Both of you can repeat Simran. Both of you can listen to sound. Both of you can have a conversation on what you are doing. Mind keeps on thinking, you can ignore it. It's a practical tip I am giving you after practice, that this works. But people say, we have been using mental will all our life. Is there any easy way to develop spiritual will? The intuitive self is also spiritual will. When intuition speaks in us, not thought, that's also spiritual will. Therefore, intuition, the gut feeling that you have, follow gut feelings generally in your life, and spiritual will develop. But the best way for us, so afflicted by this ailment of always listening to the mind, always thinking mental will is our will, we can do one more thing. Every now and then, when the mind wants something very badly, I have to do this, say no. Now, once you say no, hold on to that no, no matter what. Not all the time. I can tell you, if you do it 2 or 3 times a week, as little as that when the mind wants something very badly, you say no, the mind says, I want it, you say no, the no is not coming from the mind, but from your spiritual will. And you can develop a spiritual will. You will find that the whole system that was set up in consciousness was designed like that you have been given a mind to use. The mind was not there to use you. But what is happening is, the mind has started using us. We must reverse this. To start with, to understand that you are not the mind, you can do another small exercise. And that is, sit quietly and be still in the third eye center, behind the eyes, between the ears. Imagine you are sitting there quietly, not thinking, but just sitting quietly. If you sit quietly there, mind is still thinking. Then you will hear the words of the mind coming in front of you without your trying to think. Mind will never stop thinking, therefore you can hear your mind or see pictures being made of your mind. Sit, smile, smile. Smile inside to show you are not the part of the thinking process. And listen to the mind. If you don't identify yourself with the mind and don't say, I am thinking, it will be a great exercise. I am not thinking, the mind is thinking, I am watching it. Pull yourself to the center of your head, the third eye center. The mind will be speaking in front of you. Listen to the mind. Don't guide it what to think. Don't tell anything. Be quiet yourself and let the mind speak. When you do that exercise, you will find the mind coming with the most bizarre thoughts. You will be entertained. You will smile even more. Try it out. The mind is a continuous thinker, pulling up things from memories, pulling out things from ideas that have been planted into it, and so on. It's nice to watch it. If you can begin to watch your mind as a practice for 15-20 minutes a day, you will discover you are never the mind. You are not the mind. You are the one that observes the mind, the one that uses the mind to think. Then you are in the right place. You have been given a great computer-like stuff in consciousness, a thinking mind. Use it to think what you want it to think, not what the mind wants to think. This distinction between yourself and the mind is very important, because then you can develop a spiritual will, and when the mind wants something, to be able to say no and stick to it, mind will press you only one time, only now, no. Try it out. Your spiritual will grow. In a few months you will find that you are now telling the mind what to think, what to do, and not mind is advising you all the time, now let's do this, this is my thoughts, I am thinking.